Referee is Maurice Deegan from County Laois, and weather-wise it's one of those days, I'm sure, which will remind Tyrone in particular of the day they played Wexford in the league semi-final down in Portlaoise. And that was a miserable, miserable day. Not too nice here at Healy Park. First kick for Brendan McVeigh, replacing his namesake Mickey McVeigh, who's now the substitute goalkeeper. Here's Penrose again. Gavin Barry has got the task of marking him. Just a two-man inside forward line as Sean Kavanagh takes it forward, and going back after him was Alan Malloy. And again the referee quickly on the spot. Should be the opening point. Well delivered. Missed the latter stages of the league through injury, but a good start here. Kicking with composure, and that will do his confidence a lot of good. They've been waiting for that team to make progress in the championship scene. That's a good start this afternoon. Teams are level. Both points in the game coming from frees. Pascal McConnell using a tee, as many of the goalkeepers are doing. That was one of the good experiments to come from the National League. Colin Holmes challenged by Dan Gordon. It wasn't terribly effective. Still trying to make a little bit of progress in the corner. Stephen O'Neill being told play on. He does so. Getting good support from Philip Jordan. Good raid by Jordan. Good score. Excellent point by the left half back. Really good approach work by Tyrone. They're such a potent force, but it was the ruggedness of Stephen O'Neill that paid off here. It's not just about silken skills. He worked really hard to set it up for Philip Jordan, and Tyrone are back in front again. 2 points to 1. Well, just like Tyrone, Down are opting for a two-man inside forward line, led very much by Benny Coulter. If they can get a decent amount of ball into him, but it's difficult because of the supremacy of Tyrone at the backs. Gavin Devlin. Kicked ahead there by Conor Gormley, nicely measured. Enda McGinley trying to get inside and succeeding against Brendan Grant. McGinley has a point for the taking. Beautiful score. Really good work by the Errigal Kieroin player, and his team are leading by 2. Really good work, but look at the slip here in the greasy conditions by Brendan Grant. Couldn't hold up the progress of Enda McGinley, and that was enough. And it's a very good start here by the home team. Owen Mulligan stepping up to the mark once again. Usual trusty kick. Usual assured result. 2 points from frees for Owen Mulligan. And Tyrone lead here in Omagh by 4 points to 1. Tyrone. Martin Penrose trying to judge the bounce here with Gavin Barry. Bit of holding. Free in. Down being penalised for silly fouls given away, and that free kick taken so quickly it gives Penrose a real chance. Well, Down are still learning the game. Penrose is on his debut here in the championship, and he's a crafty campaigner. He played well in the league, and while Down were arguing the toss, Tyrone were taking the frees, and this was the end result. Nobody at all marking Martin Penrose, because his marker Gavin Barry was arguing with the referee, and now it's 5 points to 1 in Tyrone's favour. Well, the angle is a tight enough one, but it's probably good enough for Stephen O'Neill to point from here. Drops it short, McVeigh drops it down. They all converge on him, but the referee is in to whistle quickly and penalise Owen Mulligan. A let-off for Down. Gavin Devlin has been marshalling the force as well at the back. Need to be vigilant because they're well aware of the strength up front by Down if they get decent possession. Here's Ambrose Rogers from the under-21 team this year. That's a really good kick. Wonderful kick, exactly what Down has required at this stage in the match. Nearly 22 minutes into it. Another rare attack by the Mourne men. The marking wasn't particularly tight, and Ambrose Rogers with a great score. Reminiscent of his great dad, the late Ambrose. Well, Tyrone have dominated up to now, but they only have a 3-point lead, and Dan Gordon sets up another attack. Benny Coulter peels away from Chris Lawn. Quick little check inside by Benny Coulter. There's a goal on here. He's got it! They're level! Totally against the run of play. 23 minutes into the match. Amazingly, Benny Coulter ties it up at 5 points for Tyrone. 1-2 for Down. Benny Coulter has now scored 8 goals in championship football. This, the 8th, was a beauty. He got inside the cover of Chris Lawn. Once again, it's Ryan Mellon now, looking for a score. And it's fisted over, but the referee has spotted a player in the small rectangle. Doesn't count. Here's Ryan McMenamin into space, anticipating the diagonal runs here of Martin Penrose. Transferring it beautifully to Sean Kavanagh. This could be a classic Tyrone score here. Kavanagh, still Sean Kavanagh. It's not a classic, but it's a goal. Crucial score. Well, that really does Tyrone's confidence a whole lot of good after Sean Kavanagh set the ball rolling here, taking the ball from Martin Penrose, feeding it inside Stephen O'Neill, and they're waiting for it. Was Owen Mulligan. Just watch, but where was he positioned? And the referee going in to check with his umpires. There's a very strong suspicion of a square ball, and that is the way the umpires see it, and the referee having consulted them. This allows the score. But those few scores for Down and the few slips by the Tyrone full back line have meant that Down are very firmly in it, and Ambrose Rogers is in with another chance and another score. Nobody at all closing him down. That time he was able to make a good 20 metres with his run, showed good control. Look at the way the space opens up because Tyrone are defending in packs in front of him. Ryan McMenamin. Again, a very good run forward here by Colin Holmes. Dan Gordon unable to get a telling challenge in. Stephen O'Neill transferring it to Ryan Mellon. Holding off the challenge there. And that's off the post and over the bar. Really good kick by Ryan Mellon. Well, that's his first ever in championship football. He played in the league campaign of 2003, and then a virus struck him and he missed the rest of that season. Well, the bookmakers this morning were making Tyrone 7-2 on favourites to win. They're being given a match in their own backyard, and Dan Gordon again is looking up to see where Benny Coulter is taking Chris Lawn. Here to the left of goal. Lovely skill, lovely control. That's a great point. Tyrone are arguing that it's outside and wide. Chris Lawn is quite adamant that it was wide of the target, but the technique involved by Benny Coulter to get his second score was brilliant. Didn't draw the leg back too much. There you are. Little quick snap of the ball. Over it goes. Dan Gordon running into traffic. Down, unsure as to what to do next, and they're surrounded, swarmed over by Tyrone players. Free kick taken too quickly, which was a shame because Stephen O'Neill was almost in. Up to challenge. Breaks. O'Cray going down. Free kick to Tyrone right at the end of stoppage time. Owen Mulligan right between the posts. That's 3 points from frees for Owen Mulligan. Final piece of action from the first half, and so to the resumption of the 26th championship meeting of these counties, as Dan Gordon knocks it in there towards Benny Coulter. What a jump in the air that time, announcing his presence. Liam Doyle's kick. That's a beauty. What a start to the second half. Liam Doyle has kicked his second, his kick down back into the lead. Straight to Ambrose Rogers. He's left it behind to Sean Kavanagh. Dangerous thing to do. Alan Malloy unable to stop him. Kavanagh, great attack. Good score. It's just his first point in the match, but he's been involved in so much of Tyrone's good play. Well, they were powerless as they were trying to drag him and shoulder him, but nobody able to get in a challenge, and that's the equaliser. 8 points to 1-5. But Tyrone themselves haven't exactly sparkled. Now they've got a chance with Enda McGinley up against Adrian Scullion. Stephen O'Neill firing it in with his left boot. Touched in by Penrose, taken off the line by Gavin Barry. Penrose, second time of asking, has put it wide. It's still level. Just got a touch, but what a great rescue save by Gavin Barry. This is the moment now when Tyrone choose to bring in Peter Canavan for his 42nd championship appearance for the Red Hand of Tyrone. Well, in the past he scored 7 goals and 177 points. They could do it a point or two now. Made way. So Tyrone feeling that they're in something of a crisis, needing the inspiration of Peter Canavan. Out of football for so long, and in a very, very heavy field. What can he do? It'll lift Tyrone. Stephen O'Neill, nice ball inside for Penrose, great save, and it's over the line, it's a goal! Great goal for Tyrone. What a lift that Peter Canavan has given Tyrone. He didn't even touch the ball in this attack, but Martin Penrose knocked it in spite of the best efforts of Brendan McVeigh. And finally Tyrone get a legitimate goal, and this one here cracked in by their number 11. Down now, needing a lift. Carries in well. Oof, dropped there by Murtagh. Fed inside again here, and kicked up and over. Good point. Ambrose Rogers in for his 3rd point of the match. Well, that's a boost now that Down has required. A bit of uncertainty there by Tyrone, and crisply put over the bar by Ambrose Rogers. Aidan O'Prey pressurised. Canavan showing skill on the ground. Penrose. Again, they knock it forward with O'Neill. Back it comes from Canavan. McGinley back to Peter Canavan. Stephen O'Neill, it'll favour his left boot. Routine by his standards, because Tyrone had a man over. They're working so hard to create the extra space. Stephen O'Neill's first point of the day. Well, watch as he peeled away off the defence here, got loose. Down were going one way, Tyrone had other ideas. Great score. 3 between them, 1-9 to 1-6. Alan Beloy robbed, stolen away from him. Peter Canavan feeding it ahead here to Sean Kavanagh. Troubled by an ankle injury just moments ago, showing no ill effects of that, however. Great score. Again, very purposeful movement into the attack. Knows exactly what he wants to do, and he is so direct. Peter Canavan now once again turning provider, and the strength of Sean Kavanagh holding off the challenges. It was always going to be a tough enough one. Gavin Devlin wants to take this line ball quickly, finding Peter Canavan. Being marked by a debut boy, Gavin Barry. Canavan, that's a beauty. Mark it down. The day he came back, the day they came here to support him. Peter Canavan's first of the afternoon. First of many, they will hope, in this year's championship. 111 to 1-6. It's going according to plan. Peter Canavan, now 34 years of age. Measured beautifully. Oh, that's a cracker. Another Peter Canavan special from a sideline ball. 2 this afternoon. 7 goals and 179 points now. What a career he's had. What a player. They're now calling him an impact sub. He's making some impact. Almost there. Well, Down are looking for consolation scores at this stage, but it's looking more likely that Tyrone will add to their tally, especially with 2 minutes of added time to be played. And we're now in the 70th minute as Tyrone look to embellish a very good situation, and Stephen O'Neill has kicked over his second. The fans will go home happy. It was never going to be a day for classic football in wretched weather conditions, but once the ball was fed back to the number 14, it suited his left boot, and a very true and accurate kick. No doubt about the victor here. It very definitely is Tyrone, and Peter Canavan came back to tag on 2 points as well. He led the way splendidly. 7 between them at the end. Full-time score: Tyrone 1 goal and 13 points, Down 1 goal and 6.